Reacting to new ICE agent point of view release. It's bad. Let's get it.
All right, Minneapolis, everyone is losing it. Actually, all across the nation, people are protesting en masse because of the shooting involving an ICE officer. And
a lady got shot. She got shot in the head. I don't know because she got shot. I think she got shot in the head though. It was bad. Like they said, she was trying to run him over, but I don't know.
Who's a U.S. citizen in her car.
Yeah, we didn't have access to this footage.
It did seem like she was trying to leave though. Like, in the video, to me, it seemed like she was trying to leave. But to certain people, they think she was trying to run him over. But see his footage.
See. But we felt it important to add, so here's footage from the actual officer's perspective.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the
Okay, so they're telling her to get out of the car. She doesn't get out. Okay. But are they actually like police officers, or are they just I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay, she backs up. It seems like she's trying to leave though. I don't know, because if I'm backing up, I'm trying to get out of your way. I'm backing up, trying to get out of the way. Look, and then she drove forward. Like, I don't know. And he shot after that. It looks bad though. From this clip right here, it looks really bad.
The Department of Homeland Security claimed the woman had tried to run over officers with her car and called it an act of terrorism.
Huh? Terrorism? What?
My only question is, if you guys thought this she was as dangerous domestic terrorist, if she was
come on, bro.
Domestic terrorist and some dangerous perp, why would you circle the car like this and be in front of it, putting your...
Yeah, why? Come on, bro. Like, why would you sit in front? Why would you do that? Why would you sit in front of the car? That's just sitting. Stand in front of the car. Like,
self in danger.
How do you understand what happened?
From what I saw from the video is that I don't know why she was positioned that way in the street, but from what I saw, she was waving cars by.
Yeah.
And waved again, and the car stopped. And then the ICE agents got out.
So the government's account is that one of the ICE officers was stuck in a snowbank. And as a result of that, they were trying to get him out. During that time, a lot of people were kind of chasing them out because people have been going against ICE everywhere they've been. And during this time, they're claiming that this lady was part of the people blocking them in. And as they were trying to leave, that's where some of them approached her.
Sure. Okay. What the government is saying doesn't match what I saw. The cop that allegedly shoots her gets out of the car, circle around the car with his phone.
Why would you get in front of the car, bro? Like this cop, this one, I don't know if he's a cop, but I don't know. It's an ICE, so I don't know if they're cops, but he's on the side of the car. He's the only smart one here, bro. Why are you in front of All right.
Now, the second thing that is weird is whenever you do a stop, there's a way to position yourself. And in front of the
vehicle. That's what I'm saying. Like, why is he in front of the car? It's like you asked him to get ran over. But the thing is, it seemed like she was trying to leave.
Cool.
Like, I feel like he did it on purpose. I don't know.
It's not where the position is. They don't, you're driving, they're not positioning themselves there. They're behind. It's the same thing that happens there. This dude goes in front of.
It's like, I'm not saying that he's asking for it, but like, dang. Like,
and then the other thing that struck me and that was kind of weird was the way the whole thing happened. Phone, let me shoot. And then the way he holstered and just casually walked to the car that was later on after that crashed because the lady was probably stepping on the gas while she expired. It's just the way that he was like, let me holster this. And
I got a lot of them do that though. I don't know if he's a cop, but Most of them act that way. After they shoot, they just like, all right, another one. Like, they just don't care, to be honest.
There was no procedures. Nobody was trained. All right, get out of the car and start to yank on the door. The agent, the way he was acting, it felt like he wanted to shoot someone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, first you're in front of the car, basically, right? In front of the car, and she's trying to leave. You see her back, right? And it turned the wheel, and you're still, bro. Like, I don't know.
I think
about that?
as far as the legal case
weird,
goes
bro.
for this, everyone's gonna have their take. A lot of people feel like it's clear-cut murder. In my experience, whenever it involves law enforcement, whatever the public thinks is clear-cut murder doesn't really matter in legal standards, because you see it all the time with killings that happen on camera, with motherfucker pull out and just blasting everywhere. They get off almost all the time. So
Yeah, he most likely. Do I think he's gonna get away with this? After that footage, they're probably gonna make him. He probably get over there now. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. He most likely, but
the cop.
It depends. I think Minnesota said. That's in Minnesota.
Have pretty strong immunity, and I understand that DHS agents aren't necessarily cops, but they do operate as federal agents. So, they're going to have quite a lot of leeway in regards to how they fear for their lives. And the woman, when she's pulling out, nearly does or kind of starts to hit the guy, but he's already on the side before he starts shooting. So that's something.
You know what I'm saying? So he did like this. He leaned over to try to shoot.
You're going to figure out in a court of law, and I'm not going to sit here. They're going to jail. I don't know. If I had to put my money on it, they're not going to jail.
No, they're not going to jail.
And even if they did,
I don't think.
Orange Man's going to pardon him because he don't give a fuck about the law. Because the law means nothing to him. I'm going to Venezuela because of drugs, and then he pardons a former president who sold so much drugs in his country. Nothing matters.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter. It's not
him being accountable. Don't count on it, in my opinion. When I watched the clip, I cued in on the exact same thing, which is why would you ever go in front of a vehicle that way?
You go around on the other side too.
It's a really bad practice for the safety of yourself and for the situation, because you're going to make it escalate if you get hit.
100%.
And then you put yourself in jeopardy. So it's just bad police practice. But then also shooting the person in the car is also bad.
But
even if you get them, if their foot is still on the pedal and they just press, which is very natural for a lot of people to do, to run right into a house in a residential area. If the cameraman was not behind the thing but in front, he might have got hit by the car. So it's really stupid in so many different ways, him shooting at the car. People are saying, well, this woman's, first off, she wasn't going that fast, but shooting her ensures that she has no control over her vehicle. So it's not a good thing. And at the same
Exactly. So let's say if she's driving forward, right? Say she's about to hit you, and you shoot, and you kill her. She's basically dead now. The car is gonna be moving. So it's like, when he shot her, you can see that the vehicle was obviously turned right. So that means he was trying to leave. So
same time, fleeing isn't a crime worthy of you having to shoot. Now they're going to make the argument, if I'm being fair.
Now if he was hanging on the car, that would have been justified. But
where they're saying she's using this vehicle as a deadly weapon or whatever it could be.
If you look at the position of the tires, she was not going toward
turning.
The officer. She was going away from
him. And obviously you can see that when he shot, and the car was still driving over there when she was already dead. So it's like, I don't understand this.
And if I'm
but then again, that's going to be me.
That's something they're going to argue in court.
Yeah, because the cop is not seeing that.
You can see he is quite close by the time it happened.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what the legal defense is going to be.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to go beyond a reasonable doubt.
100%.
And you guys might not like this, but oftentimes cops get that doubt. More often than not.
100%.
It's not even part of DHS policy to go after somebody in terms of a chase like this.
In my 25 years, I've done hundreds of vehicle stops. If someone is fleeing, that is not a justification for the use of deadly force.
Under the Department of Homeland Security's use of force policy, firearms may not be discharged solely to disable a moving vehicle, and shooting at a moving vehicle is tightly restricted.
And why? I just don't understand why he's trying to get in front of the car. Like, what was the point of that, bro? Like, he was that mad. He must have been that mad. Gang, why are you getting in front of the car?
Oh, my training was that you cannot use deadly or lethal force solely to stop a fleeing vehicle.
In 1994, 95, we changed it in LAPD when I was there in 2004. But it's basically simple, which is if you're confronted by a moving vehicle that could be a threat to you, get out of the way of the vehicle and don't shoot at a car. Now, this is...
So all the people who claim to care.
I feel like it's just common sense. Like, you have a brain, why would you stand in front of a car?
About
like,
law,
especially
and order or rules. They don't. Like I said, they're not even following their own rules and their own policy. But it goes even further than that. Let's just listen a little bit more.
DHS law enforcement officers are prohibited from discharging firearms at the operator of a moving vehicle or other conveyance unless the use of deadly force of the... Basically, it says, unless it's...
This appears to be black and white.
Well, it does. And it also says a law enforcement officer must take into consideration the hazards that may be posed to law enforcement and innocent bystanders by an out-of-control vehicle.
They claim to want law and order, but they don't want it. What I predict is that this is going to escalate so much that eventually, I think within the year, winter's going to be over because these things, a lot of these things happen in the blue states and stuff. And I could predict a shootout. It's going to escalate to shootout civilian against ICE. It's going to be a whole ass civilian war over there.
So this person doesn't follow company protocol, doesn't follow DHS protocol, is incompetent by any standard. And I'm just going to ask the question, is this man a DEI hire? I'm just wondering. I'm just saying, I remember Charlie Kirk saying, if I see a black pilot, you know, I'm a wonder. Okay, well, shit. I've seen a lot of traffic stops, a lot of checkpoints. This is definitely the most incompetent one I ever seen.
One thing that I thought was interesting about this story is I got a chance to look up the officer himself because a lot of people have been trying to figure out who he is and what he's about.
What began as a planned federal immigration arrest took a violent turn in this quiet Bloomington neighborhood. Court documents say he repeatedly refused to comply before a federal agent took out his spring-loaded window punch with his right hand and broke the driver's side rear window. These images show the officer's hand in the vehicle. In this video, you can see the driver take off with the agent hanging from the car, dragging him 300 feet through front yards. These graphic images show the aftermath.
It's the same agent.
So, you've already been through this before. And now, so you end up standing in front of the car after you've been through this? Bro, it's the same. Oh my God. Oh, jeez, bro. This is ridiculous, bro. Dang, bro. Instead of hanging on the side, being on the side of the car, you get in front of the car. Ridiculous.
The exact same agent
like,
who pulled the gun and fired the later.
Well, don't you see that he's the Punisher? And his name is Frank Castle?
And this is what I mean when I say incompetence. I don't mind that these people are executing this warrant. This man's not supposed to be there. Deport him, do what you gotta do. When you do stupid shit like that, you put yourself and others at risk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the incompetence that I have an issue with. My man just reaching in, and the guy just takes. Now you're putting yourself. Now you may have to use your firearm, or you may die yourself. The thing that always strikes me when I watch this, and I think it's true for everything that this administration does in regards to world trade, everything like that, it's just everything is sloppy. Everything is sloppy. Everything is smoke and mirrors. Everything's just like.
That's facts.
Let's say none of us know what happened. Why the fuck are they coming out within an hour of the event itself and labeling the victim
a terrorist,
a domestic terrorist? That quickly.
When
Trump will say right now, oh, what she did was so bad, but we should wait for an investigation. But did you guys wait before you labeled her something publicly, before you said what she is? No, right? And it's like, I have a hard time, just in general, like looking at the professionalism of the people who do this job. And looking at the people who support it and they don't care about professionalism. They don't care about.
They don't care.
They say, "Oh, law and order, whatever it is." Well, law and order requires people to have ethics, to have standards. What are we watching unfold? Super sensible. And you know what? If they'd come out and said that, I don't think I'd have as much thought. I still think it's a fucked up situation. But at the very least, this has never been an administration that cares about truth, doesn't care about consequence, doesn't care about law and order. They'll pardon anyone. Doesn't matter if you're caught on camera taking bribes, you're still in their office. They got motherfuckers literally taking cash money bribes. for favorable contracts. And they're like, pardon, you're good, stay. So it just, there's nothing about this that's going to strike anyone as surprising in terms of how they're handling it. And that should frighten you, because if they can label you a terrorist, you understand that means that they can do a lot of different things to you in terms of what kind of powers they can sick on you. And I've seen so many videos. There was a video even that same day. What's that?
Oh, shoot. What did it say? Agents were also recorded using pepper spray on protesters after some threw snowballs at the vehicle.
What's that? Look, what is that?
Spray.
What is that?
Dang, all right. Dang. Even he got, bro, nah, bro. Mud. That's all this for one person. Look at all that. Am I tripping? That's for one person. Yo.
That's I'm gonna tell you what that is.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what that is.
What is that?
I'm gonna tell you what that is.
Tell me.
A nice car. It's a Dodge Durango.
Starting off the year with a bang. Federal agents, cops in general, are all given more powers than the average person.
Yeah.
Okay?
Definitely.
Yes, I can imagine that protesters are fucking annoying, they're disruptive, they're throwing snowballs, whatever. Why is your window open so you can pepper spray them for your car? What is that? You're not making someone less of a threat. You're blocking up traffic, which means for the people behind you, then they have to deal with folks. It doesn't make you any safer. All you go do this for is to get some payback.
Crazy.
That's all it is. And the people who cheer on this lack of professionalism, but one day when it's going to get turned on them and they'll say, this is brutality you guys are endorsing a bigger state. You guys are endorsing them using excessive force. You guys are endorsing them doing these things, not because it's protecting the citizens, not because they don't like you and they don't like what you stand for or the fact that you're annoying. What is the reason they got out of their car? Why did they have their window open to pepper spray?
Because that's a get back.
Okay, so
this is renegade. This is I'm gonna get back to you. This is revenge. This is pettiness. If pettiness was a police officer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, like, people are like, it's funny to me. I get what you're saying.
It's crazy.
The problem with this kind of attitude is that the job is not a joke.
No, it's everything.
If you treat it like a joke, then it's different.
Dang.
Right? If you're doing these kind of like meme type advertisements to be like, fuck, aren't we funny and hilarious? You attract jokesters. And especially if your training reflects that. That's what I'm talking about. This is the part that bothers me, again, just because my experience working with the state, or at least being with the military, is the complete opposite. Like, you're expected to bend over backwards to make sure that you don't make the forces don't look bad. That you uphold, even if they're all coming after you, can't do this.
That's when
but
the
this
force.
is the opposite.
That's when the forces care. You know what? When I see this, what it reminds me to? It reminds me of a police force that you see in third world countries. They don't care. And no matter what they do, it's going to be on their side. It's going to be nationwide. Nationwide is on your side.
So I'm not sure. Wondering what your opinion will be for Minnesota? It's another Rip Bozo situation. That's right. Yep, shouldn't be. Hey. They tell you stop moving your car, get out of the fucking car, and you start driving around, and you get to end up shot. That's the way it is. Yeah,
Dang,
Rip Bozo.
So there you guys have it. You don't react the way that they like. If you flee and you do so in a stupid way or whatever it could be, Rip Bozo, fuck around, find out, whatever it could be. And I say, okay. But again, when you guys are going to be talking about your rights, your state rights, whatever the fuck it is, and then the shoes on the other foot, I don't want to hear nothing. I remember this fucking goofball and a lot of the other people crying about January 6th when they were breaking the Capitol. Why did they have to kill that lady? She was just protesting. Okay. Just remember, it will come for you, right? All these standards that they're setting, it's always funny when it's your turn.
Why was he still firing at her point blank from the side, even if she was completely out of the way? To neutralize the threat of her potentially running over other people?
See,
to neutralize the threat. But the car kept going after he shot her.
Way over people. But
the car was more of a threat after he shot her, bro.
If you shoot her while she's driving a vehicle, she might. And the only reason why she stopped is because she rammed into two cars. Those two cars wouldn't be there. It could have been a whole other situation that would unfold. We don't know how
somebody else. Exactly.
She would have gone. and with the velocity. So imagine it would pick up the car would have picked up the velocity. That's not how you shoot a threat. As a matter of fact, certain police chases stop because it is a threat for other people if something happens. If you do a pit maneuver and then it rams into 3 other cars, you're not in a better situation. The point is not to hurt other people. So if you shoot someone in a moving car that is moving away from you, you're potentially harming people. But like Abba said,
but this is not.
They are sloppy.
But this is not. So he's saying this. It's not about safety of others.
It's not.
It's about punishment.
It's a get back.
That's it. That's all this is. It's far more dangerous to shoot someone in a moving vehicle. What if you missed? What if it goes through the windshield, hits the people who are recording right behind? What if it hits somebody else? If you don't even know what's on the other side, you shouldn't just start firing like that.
And not only that, like a stable, non-moving target, you can have ricochet, something that's moving even worse.
You can say whatever you want, but there's nothing about this that makes anybody safer. All right, I'm all for charging people if they commit a crime. That's fine, but there's a way to go about it based off the crime committed. People acting like this is a sensible thing and it keeps the public safer. If you like tyranny, keep doing your thing, I guess.
Is there such simple answer? What? What are you talking about? This is so obvious.
You know why people say a lot of this stuff? It's because they feel like they're immune. They feel like it'll never touch them, so it's okay.
Back up.
Paintball.
See, all they need to do is just like sit there. Anybody that walks on the road, just shoot them with the paintball gun, right? I mean, like, I'm not talking about live ammo. Just shoot them with the paintball gun.
They'll love to see a lib get fucking pepper sprayed or whatever it is. But I just remind you, there will be elections coming up. The shoe will be on the other foot. And when it's going to be your turn, and then you're going to say brutality, there's going to be 0 people who are going to give a fuck.
Oh, shit, it ain't like that. Not tripping.
There's going to be 0 people who are going to give a fuck.
Damn. That'll be video, though. That'll be video. Like and subscribe. Peace.